Hey guys, so this is my PJ broadcast for this week. I do apologise that my videos have been a little bit less recently. Unfortunately, I've not been the best of health at the moment. I'll probably go more into depth in that maybe in January, but at the moment all you need to know is that slightly better, which is good. But what I have done is I have written all my script down for my PJ broadcast. I'm really happy with it. As you can see, I've done like doodles and stuff because I did this when I was at work. So like normal, I will put pictures up at the side to go with what I'm talking about. I do read off this a little bit just because I said I've sat here and kind of written it all out, and sometimes certain things specifically have to be read off of this. But yeah, so this is the gaming news for this last week that I think for me is quite interesting, so hopefully it is for you as well. And if there's anything that I've missed out, leave me a comment down below. I'm always up for a good conversation about anything gaming, as some of my subs will completely understand because they talk to me about things and then like 3 days later we're still discussing the same thing, so feel free to do that down below. So the first thing, which to me is like awesome, is Nintendo have now confirmed that they are joining forces with Kellogg's and they are going to be doing a Nintendo cereal. So this looks awesome. So it kind of looks like Lucky Charms off the bat, but it's kind of got like green mushrooms in it. The red things I think are red mushrooms, and then it's got like the little yellow boxes. When I say it looks like Lucky Charms, it literally really does look like Lucky Charms. It's like obviously the marshmallow bits with the cereal. I don't know if this is going to be locked specifically to America. I really hope not. I hope Nintendo have really thought about this and thought that they do have a decent enough following in the UK and other countries, and they give us some of this as well. So things you need to know about the cereal as well is the box acts as an amiibo. My nose just went funny. Brilliant. Sorry. The box acts as an amiibo. So you're not going to get much through the box as they're specified right now. They've said at the moment, which is all we know, is that the box will perhaps get you extra hearts or extra coins for Mario Odyssey. This is obviously a Mario Odyssey based cereal, as you can tell from the picture in the box, on the box should I say. But it's really exciting. Personally, when I was younger, I think I was the right age group for like a lot of this kind of stuff, but I was a fussy eater as a child, so my parents wouldn't have really bought me it because they would have probably thought you're not going to eat it anyway. Personally, I think if it was me and I do manage to pick up a box, I would like to pick up 2 boxes because then I can save 1 box and have it as like a display item, but also actually get to eat like a whole box. I'd be totally happy with it. But yeah, so that's one thing that I'm really looking forward to. I also feel like if it's only in America, the boxes cereal first time in years cereal is going to be scalped, and I can see it going for like 100, 200 quid on eBay just for collectors as well as people that want to try it, plus kids that are, I want that amiibo, I want that mum, and they'll try and get it from. So yeah, one of those things. But the next thing we've got to talk about is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is out now, and apparently it's already well loved. So obviously we are trickling through some reviews, so this is from YouTubers as well as normal people. So at the moment it's got an 85 on Metacritic and an 86 on OpenCritic, which is pretty good. It's not as good as its predecessor, which was about a 96 on those, but it's still early days and that is gonna fluctuate up and down, stuff like that. So yeah, so it looks like it's going to be another well-loved RPG exclusive to the Nintendo Switch console, and a definitely must-have Christmas present. So if you know somebody that's got a Nintendo Switch, I would really highly recommend it. It's very Final Fantasy-esque / Monster Hunter. It is incredibly, I would think, quite family friendly. There may be a few choice more adult scenes, so I would definitely take that into consideration. But yes, definitely going to be a good thing. Like 2 secs. Sorry about that. Back now. So the next topic we have to talk about is Pikachu. And I'm a massive fan of Pikachu, as you can probably tell. I have Pikachu littered around all my bedroom. But yes, so more specifically, Pikachu in Japan has been named an official ambassador. Seriously. So what Japan have done is they have officially labelled Pikachu, as well as a few others, I believe, so like Hello Kitty and stuff like that, and Ambassador 2 secs. Sorry, I was being shouted at. Yeah, so I mean, I love Pikachu, but I'm shocked that even Japan has gone to these standards. But apparently there's method behind the madness. Apparently it's a publicity stunt to help Japan win the chance to host the World Expo in 2025. But, you know, it's quite extreme, to be honest, but hopefully it works out for them. I'd love to see what Japan would do. You know, all the cuteness and all the little things and extra things they would do. But there's quite a few other countries in the running for it as well, and I'm pretty sure they're all doing fanatical things too. So the next thing we have to talk about is Persona 5. So Atlas has now officially announced that it's hit a pretty massive milestone. So this is pretty massive for any game, just in general. So it's officially reached 2 million copies sold mark. So that's officially sold, so that's obviously not including, unfortunately, people that have pirated the game or illegally downloaded the game, but still, that's an incredible amount. So that makes it the highest selling Persona game in its entire series. You know, that's just amazing, like, especially as what Persona started off as. But Atlas CEO President said, once seen as niche, Persona 5 is one of the most important titles of this year, proving interest in this category is expanding. We look forward to delivering more incredible games to our fans next year. So if that's definitely not a recommendation to go and play this game, I don't know what is. Persona 5 is obviously an incredibly more adult game. I would highly recommend it. I haven't personally played it, but I know friends that have played it, and they have highly recommended it to me. At the moment, I'm pretty sure prices are slightly dropping, but yes, I would definitely recommend it. If you know anyone that's kind of into the anime and manga, I would recommend that for Christmas. You can get it, I believe, on PlayStation 4, but I think you can probably download it off the store as well. Yeah, I would definitely recommend that one. So the next thing we have to talk about today is the trailer for Batman Ninja. I know this isn't specifically gaming but related, but this popped up on my newsfeed on Facebook and it's intense. So the trailer has been released and oh my god, it does look good. So you see all the characters in an anime style, which is refreshing, I have to admit, and I prefer it. Personally, I think in regards to the action and the movements, etc., it needed for a Batman kind of series or film, I feel anime and manga is one of the best performances for it. Yes, I know obviously it's cartoon and you can do amazing things with cartoons, but anime and manga is just so much more in your face, more expressionist and stuff like that. So I could really see it doing so well. So Batman, first of all, you see Batman taking his new role as a ninja. So obviously you see him kind of meditating, you see Alfred as well there, which is kind of refreshing. You see kind of more of a refined face when it's drawn and more of a pointed face. And you see kind of like his clothes are more to that obviously ninja style. Joker is seen in the trailer also looking quite awesome. Like he looks more menacing and he looks more rugged and just like you wouldn't want to mess with him kind of thing. And the trailer also shows us a small glimpse of an anime Catwoman as well as an anime Harlequin. You do see various Robins. I believe there's 4 Robins that you see and a few other characters dotted here and there. But this should do really well. If not, I said just for its drawings and the way it's going to look. But just the style that anime brings, it brings so much more expressionism, so much more life to things. Personally, that's my opinion. But that's what I believe, and I think it should do really, really well. And I really hope it does. So yes. So the final thing we have to talk about today is Toys R Us. So Toys R Us has announced that after Christmas they will definitely going to be shutting down some of their many stores in the UK. They have said that this is obviously concrete and this is definitely going to happen, but they're going to concentrate on certain things. So they're going to concentrate on their flagship stores. So from working in retail, flagship basically means their best top selling stores. So the stores that sell the most, that do the most business, and that makes them the most profit. So if your store only sells a handful of things, then your store might be one of the ones that closes down, unfortunately. And they also want to concentrate on their online, which is fair enough, you know, which I said, which is great, but they really need, if they're going to concentrate online, they really need to up the ante with their online. So their online, from my personal experience, I'd say at least 30 to 40% of their online products aren't actually for sale online. And what I mean by this is you can actually view them. It will tell you if they're in store, but the only thing you can do, sorry about that last bit, my camera decided to turn itself off, which is great. But so what I was saying before is my experience from their online store is that it says 40 to 35% at least isn't for sale. So the only thing you can do is purchase the stuff in store. So you can ring up, hope they've got it, hope you can get through to someone, and hope that they can put it aside for you if they're allowed to. But some products they're not allowed to do that. You can't buy some of their products online, so you'll actually go into it, click the product you want, get all the way to it, and then they'll go, you're not allowed to buy this online just because of maybe the size of it and stuff like that, which kind of sucks. So not the best experience. Also, the other thing that I wanted to talk about in regards to them is that if they're looking to actually try and save Toys R Us, they need to really take into consideration their stores in general. So in regards to what I mean by this is you can't sell stock if stock isn't out on the shop floor. That's what I was always taught from working in retail. If it's out the back, you're 95% of the time not going to sell it unless someone comes in with a picture and goes, I want this, and you just happen to go and get that. What I mean by this, Toys R Us, is that they have a lot of stuff that is out back. So in my Pacific Toys R Us, and a lot of the Toys R Us that I've been in, like pretty much all of them, they have a games department which is out back. So most of their games, Lego, high value ticketed items are out back. So they're not displayed in this window that you can see things, they're just stocked so that they're neatly stocked and shoved out back. So personally, in my one alone, if you look through that window, you can see The Simpsons Full House Lego, which is about 200 quid, sitting on the top shelf. You can see other Simpsons parts like the Quickie Mart, stuff like that again, which is about 200 quid, sitting on the top shelf. Video games, there's more video games actually out back than there is on the shelf. You will go to the shelf and they will be obliterated, and there'll be loads of games out back, and it's constantly like that. It's not like they've had a heavy day. What I also mean by this is there is limited edition games out back that aren't even advertised that they've got them on the shop floor. So my Toys R Us, personally, I can clearly know, because I know what the boxes look like and I can see them through the window, kind of up on their butts, if you know what I mean. That they have a limited edition Chibi Robo on the 3DS. They have loads of big limited edition Super Mario Maker. That's with the amiibo in the book. They also have the smaller Mario Makers for the Wii U, which is just the book on the shelf out back. They also have Disney Infinity. They have a few of the limited editions, but they also had 3 of them last time I saw. Different consoles. I think one was PlayStation 3, one might have been a few others, but still, which was Disney Infinity Star Wars limited edition Boba Fett one. And I know you can get Boba Fett on his own now, but collectors, like personally I've got that just for the collection, but still. And that is a handful of the games. I know they had Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer in the limited edition, which is the one which is inclusion of the little circle thing that you can tap the cards if you've got the older DS, and you get like a pack of cards with them too. They have PSP games, brand new, sealed out back, 3DS games, DS games, every console you can imagine. Just because they don't have anybody in the building that obviously gives a damn about consoles and gaming, and they think it's just a niche thing, etc. So it's just kind of like, I guess, ending it with, you know, I really hope Toys R Us doesn't go under. It's something I remember from my childhood. Christmas and my parents being like, what do you want? And I'd see the Toys R Us advert with like the giraffe and all that kind of stuff, and their like song, like I remember that from when I was a kid. And I said I really hope that eventually one day I can do that with like my kids and be like, oh look, this is Toys R Us, this is like it's supposed to be like the happiest place on earth and all that kind of stuff, but still, and that it's still there. Like, even in this economy, if people work to better standards, then I can see them surviving, and I really hope they do. And I hope they take on board, I know they're not going to see this video, but I hope they take on board at least some things, and that they realise, because I have to admit, like my personal one, if my one shuts down, I'm going to be like straight like nose pressed against the door, because I'm going to be like, I think I'm not greedy, I will buy only what I want for myself. So I'll buy amiibos, but only amiibos if they're cheap that I want and I haven't already got. I've got quite a few, as you know, so I'm not going to double up and be like a knob and try and sell them, because I'm not like that. Like, you know, or, you know, I might get some Disney Infinity figures that I know my friend's kid wants. Just bits like that, really. But yeah, hopefully they do survive, and fingers crossed not too many people lose their jobs after Christmas, because they have said that is unfortunately going to be a definite as well, which sucks. And as I said, I really hope that doesn't happen to loads of people after Christmas, you know, a massive high and then a massive letdown. So hopefully, you know, wishing them all luck, and hopefully that they'll get at least transferred to different stores that they're able to get to. But thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Also subscribe for more videos like this one. As I've said at the beginning of the video, I am getting better, which is good. So I am going to be posting at least a few videos this week and continuing to do that across the weeks now, just because I said I'm feeling better, which is good. But yeah, so let me know in the comments down below what you think as well. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I will see you guys next time. So